What is the second biggest mistake that YouTubers are making on their channel?
It is so simple, and yet people are just still not doing this.
This video is brought to you by VidIQ, the #1 Chrome extension for YouTubers looking for on-point data analysis, research resources, and enhanced video creator tools. Start getting more views in less time today by signing up for free at vidiq.com/influence. That's vidiq.com/influence.
In this video, we talk about the 3 biggest mistakes that YouTubers make when it comes to their channel and optimization. We've got Liron from VidIQ, who's literally done hundreds of audits of people's channels. He's a blogger, tech blogger, and YouTuber himself. Liron Segev, what is the first mistake that you see YouTubers making?
The biggest mistake I see all the time, and I'm saying all the time, I mean literally all the time, is people simply don't spend the time looking at their analytics at the most important thing,
Yes.
audience retention.
Yes.
So audience retention is essentially, in its simplest form, are people watching your video for more than a couple of seconds, a couple of minutes? What's the duration period?
Ultimately, how much of the video are they
Absolutely.
watching?
Absolutely. So what people do is that they launch a video, they launch multiple videos and never bother to check it.
Yeah.
And what typically happens when you do check it, then you discover they've fallen off your video right at the beginning.
Yeah.
So all this amazing content that you put in so much effort into, nobody is seeing.
Yes.
But if you spend a couple of minutes, literally a couple of minutes going through that, and you can see that people are falling off right at the beginning, then you know you need to do something about the beginning.
And just an example of this, when you're looking at audience retention and look at the graph and you see where the actual line drops, you can actually click on that part of the graph and YouTube will show you what image or what video is playing and just determine what is it about that part of the video that makes people uninterested and leave or go to another video. I have a friend, his name is Jeremy of J House Vlogs, who what he did was he looked at his audience retention every single day, and whatever made people drop off, in the next vlog the next day he would completely remove.
When you do look at audience retention, is you only look at the beginning. Here's the secret. Audience retention is actually divided into 3.
Yeah.
It's the beginning, the middle, and the end. So the beginning is, are people staying on longer enough? Are you hooking them in? If you're doing a good job there, then you got to look at the middle, the content, the meat of that video. Are you delivering good enough content for people to want to stay? And then if they're dropping off at the end before your outro, it basically means you've sent a signal like, thanks for hanging out, guys.
Yeah.
When you deliver those closing messages, people leave immediately.
Yeah.
Watch that audience retention. It will change your channel.
What is the second biggest mistake that YouTubers are making on their channel?
It is so simple, and yet people are just still not doing this. We have a facility called a playlist. A playlist. It's right there in front of you. Use it. People are still not using playlists. I've seen so many channels that have one playlist with 100 videos, thousands of videos in some cases. Guess what? When nobody knows your channel and they're arriving and they see 1 of 50, 1 of 200, in other words, video 1 of 200 videos in a playlist, they're not going to watch. They don't know you yet. They don't engage with you yet. But if you see 1 of 5, go, okay, hold on. When you label your playlist, don't label as like cool stuff on my channel or daily vlog on my channel. Nobody's going to search for that. Use those keywords. And the other little ninja kind of hack move, remember, a playlist has a description. That description has information. Feed the beast with the metadata, feed those keywords, and watch what that does to your channel.
And one way I remember to add it to a playlist is VidIQ. VidIQ is a tool that's optimized for Chrome browsers, and it tells you what you're forgetting. So playlist being just one of the many things. You want to talk about that a little bit and how it helps you remember all the best practices?
So here, it's exactly what it is. It's best practices. When you do a video, we know the items that YouTube loves. We want to help you make sure you don't forget to put them. End screens, cards, playlist, make sure you got the right description, tags, all those important information that YouTube wants to see. There's a little checklist, and as you do them, it becomes a little tick,
Yep.
and you move on to the next item.
Yep.
And that is how you optimize each and every video.
Download VidIQ. We'll put the link down below. It's super easy and it's free. The paid version is definitely what I would recommend, and that's what we use. Both Sean and I, when we're looking at videos and looking at the data on those videos, we're using VidIQ. What is the third biggest mistake that YouTubers are making on their channels?
The third mistake, which happens so often, demographics. Remember, we don't all live in one city, in one country.
Yeah.
It is a 24-hour world that we're promoting to.
Yep.
YouTube is 24 hours around the world. If you understand your demographics, you know where your audience is coming
Yeah.
from, you know what languages they speak, you know what time to
Yeah.
post your videos, so you're hitting the right people at the right time. At the VidIQ plugin, it will tell you what's your best time to post,
Yeah.
because it takes all that information into account.
Yeah.
But understanding your demographics is so crucial. If you know that your demographics is all on the US, on the East Coast, or on the West Coast, it makes a difference.
Yeah.
When do you publish? If you know they're coming from countries like India, the Philippines, it makes a difference.
Yep.
Maybe you should start translating your video tags, your titles, your description into foreign languages, because that's where your audience is coming from.
Well, by the way, we're going to give one more bonus tip at the end of a mistake that people are making. But I want to give a shout out to your podcast. Can you tell them about
Cool.
it? Because if you want to know the 5 biggest mistakes that I think YouTubers are making, I talk about it on your podcast.
Absolutely. The nice thing, well, we have a podcast called Tube Talk, available on Google Podcast, on Apple Podcast,
Yes.
Spotify, all those good podcast applications, where we really dive deep into the various analytics, in the various tips, the tricks, the how-tos, how to monetize your channel, even if you're a small channel. You were on the podcast, amazing interview that we had, because we have the opportunity to go really deep.
Yes.
And we really, really dive into that. Definitely go check that out.
Yes.
If you're into YouTube and you want to grow up your channel, this is the one to go for.
Awesome. And I'll give you one of the mistakes I talk about, which is people don't have clarity.
No.
You know, they go into YouTube and they want to do everything, every challenge, every trendy thing. They're looking at what other people are blowing up on or going viral with. You need to have clarity not only about the content you want to create, but the people you want to reach, and ultimately, what is the goal? Are you trying to make your YouTube channel into a lifestyle and become a YouTuber? Are you trying to support a business you have, create sales, or get customers or clients? All that needs to be so clear, because what it's going to help you do is prioritize your action. So that's my mistake. Anything to add to that before we wrap it up?
Literally, I wish you were over my shoulders just before this interview. There was a lady that was just helping, who was doing lots of stuff, vlogging and this, and this, and this. And we always say, the more ands that you have, the less focused that you are.
Yeah.
She was doing so many things. By the time we finished, she's now going to be doing trapeze yoga. One thing really well. She rattled off 12 titles she could do today. She literally left in tears to a hotel room to go write down those titles, just because being focused really defines what you're going to be doing. Just do that.
Awesome. You guys are doing great work here. VidIQ, if you ever see one of their booths at an event, we're actually here at VidCon, so shout out to VidCon for putting on this amazing event that we come to every single year. Make sure you check out their booth, because they do channel audits. Liron Segev, you've got a channel. Go ahead and plug it and tell everybody where they can find you if you want to let people reach you on Twitter, maybe, okay?
Absolutely. Perfect. If you want to find me on my personal channel, which is all about tech, gadgets, and apps, you can go find youtube.com/Liron Segev. Maybe you'll put a link in the description below.
Definitely.
And if you want to check out the VidIQ channel, definitely go find youtube.com/VidIQ. Follow me on Twitter at Liron_Segev. And then the blog is thetechieguy.com for all people who still like to read.
Love your channel, love your videos. You guys, as always, we're helping build your influence, income, and impact with online videos. We'll talk to you later.